My name is Sara. This happened in July 2024, in a quiet neighborhood near Green Lake in Seattle. What started as a stupid teenage dare became the night we learned some games never let you stop playing. There were four of us that night. Me, Sara, 17, Jordan, my best friend, 18, always the one with the worst ideas, Liam and Zoe, 16-year-old twins who lived 3 houses down and finished each other's sentences even when they were terrified. A house party had fizzled out around midnight. Nobody wanted to go home yet. The air was warm, the sky cloudless, and the moon hung low and orange over the trees. Jordan grinned that reckless grin of his and said, "Let's go to the park. One last game of hide and seek, like when we were kids." We laughed, but we all felt the pull. The park after midnight is different. The street lamps are weak, the shadows thick, and the old wooden gazebo in the center looks like something out of a ghost story. We grabbed hoodies, slipped out without telling anyone, and walked the 3 blocks in silence, half excited, half nervous. Rules were simple. Gazebo equals home base. Whoever is it closes their eyes and counts to 60 out loud. The rest hide anywhere inside the park boundaries. No leaving the park, no phones as flashlights. It's cheating. First one found becomes the next it. Round 1, Jordan was it. We scattered the second he started counting. I sprinted toward the playground area, ducked into the densest cluster of bushes and crouched low. The leaves smelled damp and earthy. My heart hammered so loud I was sure he'd hear it from the gazebo. 58, 59, 60! Ready or not, here I come! Minutes passed. Crickets. Wind. Nothing else. Then, right beside me, something moved. Not a rustle of leaves, something heavier. A slow exhale, almost like a sigh of relief. Human. I froze. I thought it was Zoe messing with me. Then came the sound, a low, wet growl that didn't belong to any animal I knew. It rose from the throat like the person had been holding their breath for years. I bolted. Branches whipped my face as I crashed back to the gazebo. Liam and Zoe were already there, giggling nervously. Jordan had tagged them both within 3 minutes. "Where the hell were you?" Jordan asked, wiping sweat off his forehead. "I was in the bushes by the playground. Something was in there with me." "Wind," Zoe said, rolling her eyes, but her voice shook. Round 2, I was it. I stood at the gazebo, palms over my eyes, and started counting. The night suddenly felt colder. When I opened my eyes, the park looked bigger, darker. The shadows under the trees stretched like fingers. I found Liam almost immediately. He'd picked the lamest spot behind the gazebo steps. Zoe was curled beneath the slide, trying not to laugh. Only Jordan was left.
I moved deeper, past the swings, toward the thick grove of evergreens where no light reached. The ground was soft with pine needles. Every step made a hushed crunch. That's when I felt it. Eyes on my back. Not imagination. Real. I spun around. Nothing. Far away, near the gazebo, a tall figure in a dark hoodie stood perfectly still, face hidden in shadow. Taller than Jordan. Thinner. I shouted, "Jordan, I see you! You're caught!" The figure didn't move. My stomach dropped. That wasn't Jordan. I backed away slowly. Liam and Zoe appeared behind me, wondering why I was taking so long. They saw it too. "Who the hell is that?" Liam whispered. As if it heard him, the hooded thing turned its head, slowly, mechanically, and began walking toward the park exit, disappearing between the trees. We stood there, 4 idiots in the middle of the night, pretending we weren't scared. Round 3. Liam was it. We scattered again. This time I chose the huge oak on the far side, pressed my back against the rough bark, and tried to slow my breathing. Counting ended. Silence. Then I heard my name. Sara. It sounded exactly like Jordan. Same pitch, same lazy drawl he uses when he's trying to annoy me. But Jordan was on the opposite end of the park. I'd watched him run that way. Sara, come out. I found something cool. The voice drifted from directly behind the tree. I didn't move, couldn't. A hand settled on my shoulder, cold fingers through my hoodie. I screamed and whirled around.
Jordan stood there, eyes wide. Why are you yelling? I've been looking for you. My legs almost gave out. You just called me. From behind the tree. He shook his head. I've been with Zoe the whole time. We ran back to the gazebo. Liam and Zoe were already there, faces pale as milk. Zoe's voice cracked. Someone called me too. Used Liam's voice. Said he was hurt and needed help. Liam looked ready to throw up. I never said a word. We finally admitted it out loud. We weren't alone. We decided to leave right that second. We turned toward the main gate, and every single street lamp in the park went out at once. Plung! Total darkness. The moon vanished behind a cloud that hadn't been there minutes ago. The air turned icy. From the playground came the slow creak, creak, creak of the swings moving by themselves. 1, 2, 3 swings back and forth. Under each swing, small shadows stood, child-sized, their heads tilted at impossible angles. A child's voice, sweet at first, then rasping like rusted metal, floated across the grass. The game isn't over. Now you hide. We ran. Jordan was in the lead. Halfway to the gate, his foot caught on nothing, and he went down hard. When we dragged him up, we saw 3 long scratches circling his ankle, already bleeding. Something had tried to keep him. We burst out of the gate onto the sidewalk. The second our feet hit pavement, every light in the park blazed back on, bright as day. The swing stopped dead. We didn't look back. We piled into Zoe and Liam's house. Their parents were out of town, and locked every door and window. None of us slept. We sat in the living room with every light on, jumping at every sound. Morning came gray and rainy. Jordan's ankle was swollen purple, the scratches angry and deep. Against all common sense, the 3 of us who could walk went back to the park at noon, armed with phones and pepper spray, just to prove it had been a prank or mass hallucination. The playground was empty. Swings still. But in the dirt beneath the middle swing, someone had carved words with what looked like fingernails. Last night I found 3 of you. Only Jordan was missing. Tonight, it's his turn. Below that, in smaller letters, hide and seek never ends. By the time police arrived, the writing had been smeared away by the rain. They found no footprints, no evidence, nothing. Just 4 shaken teenagers and a set of swings that refused to move even when officers pushed them. Jordan spent 3 nights in the hospital for infection. Every night he woke screaming that something small was hiding under his bed, whispering, "Oli, oli, oxen free." We never went back to that park, not once. But on full moon nights, if you stand on our street and look toward the gazebo, you can sometimes see a tall figure in a dark hoodie waiting by the steps. And exactly at 12:30 a.m., the same minute we started the game, you might hear your own name carried on the wind. Soft, playful, hungry. So if you're ever walking past an empty park late at night and you hear children laughing where no children should be, if the swings start moving on their own, if someone whispers your name in a voice that sounds exactly like the friend walking right beside you, run. Because once you agree to play, the park remembers, and it always finishes the game. Some nights, I still wake up at 12:30 sharp, phone buzzing with a single text from an unknown number. Your turn to hide, Sara. See you soon. If you're reading this after midnight, check your windows. The swings might already be moving,